I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
People say to me, like, aren't you scared being single in your 30s? And I'm like, no, I have a career. I don't need anything from anybody. And I've never been in that position before, I don't think. But I think it's like such an empowering thing to be single right now. I'm like, I feel like I'm in my 20s, but with money, purpose, and fulfillment, and all of that.
40s is the new 20s. And so I think the fact that society puts this pressure on women, like, you need to be married, you need to have kids. Well, I think it's much worse to be married and have children with the wrong person.
Okay, I was just humbled, the most I've ever been humbled. I'm at Home Depot, and you know how all the girls do that little trend where they're like, just walk around Home Depot and pretend like you're lost to find your next guy. Literally, nobody helped me or even like approached me. I was there for an hour, and I was just like kind of walking around. I had some stuff I actually had to pick up, but like, that's embarrassing for me.
I'm 29. I've just moved back in with my parents. I've just come out of a 2-year relationship to someone that I thought I was going to get married and have kids with. Circumstances meant that I had to move out of the apartment pretty quick, and I was in love with my apartment, and I was in love with where I was living. I was living like a street back from the beach. This was something that I'd manifested. This is something that I'd wanted for so long, and now I'm in suburbia, nowhere near a beach, nowhere near my friends. I'm driving like an hour and a half every day, every couple of days to go and see them and just like try and keep some normality in my life. Everything has just suddenly changed. My ex and I were supposed to travel Europe this year. We had plans to travel. We had plans. Our word for the New Year's. We broke up shortly after New Year's. Our word for the year was fun. I was meant to be having fun this year, guys.
My ex straight up told me, I do not see myself falling in love with you. I have fallen in love with my first ex. She was my ideal type. Listen to this, it gets worse. She was my ideal type. When I saw her, it was love at first sight. It was just like magnetic. And then my second ex, I really wasn't that attracted to her that much, but I was in love with her. There was just this feeling. But with you, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. But there's just that feeling just not there. When they say these men humble you, when you are out of their league, they still find a way to humble you. Just know there are no lies. There are no lies.
The beautiful thing about being single and 30 is that if you are out there seeking your person and that is like something that you want in your life, like your life, you can fall in love tomorrow. You never know when you're going to run into your person, and these could be the last moments that you're having single. And these could be the last moments that you have alone, where you get to be selfish and like be in your apartment and only think about yourself and spend all your money on yourself, because your life can change in a blink of an eye. Because I think that when you're 30 and you're single and you do find your person, if that's what you're seeking, it will happen very quick.
I'm 31 with no kids. How long do I sit and be like, oh, it'll come?
Why am I single? That's the question that I get asked all the time. It's my favorite. And bitch, I don't know. If I knew, I would be fixing it. I don't know. My therapist doesn't know. My friends don't know. I'm a lot of fun. And maybe guys just look at me as fun. And then when we get to date 4 or 5, they go, oh shit, she's got like layers and ooh, no, none for me, thanks. Ooh, and then they push me away. I used to have a really good job. My therapist said that might have intimidated dudes, but guess what? Now I don't. I'm like a wounded little bird, and like I need help.
Tired of being single? Well, maybe you should lower your standards a little bit.
You'd ask me what my life would look like at 30. I don't think I would have imagined this. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with being single in your 30s. I was in an 8-year relationship, so I just hadn't imagined that I was going to be single again.
Today is my 32nd birthday, and it's mad, right? Like when I was at school, I was like, when I'm 32, I'm gonna have a house, a gorgeous husband, 3 kids and a dog. I'm currently at my parents' house right now. Dog died a couple of months ago, but I don't want to talk about it. I've just moved back from living in Australia for the last 7 years. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I want a career change. I'm driving my mum's car because I don't actually even have a car right now. I don't have any kids. In fact, I don't even have a boyfriend. Do whatever you want. This isn't what I thought 32 would look like. I'm not sitting here crying about it. I'm actually really glad that I've made these decisions because I get to do what I want, and then I'll have kids and a family someday.
What are the benefits of having a wife in today's society? Why are 80% of divorces initiated by women? How come women don't want to be wives anymore?
So since y'all keep throwing this around on the internet, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about it for real. I'm not pulling no punches. I'm going to shoot straight from the hip. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not that we don't want to be wives anymore. Marriage was always the goal. It's that we want to be husbands. That's right. We want to be husbands. You want to know why? Because husband privileges are lit.
Imagine being a 38-year-old woman and you've built an amazing life for yourself. You can go to fancy dinners, you can take amazing trips with your friends, stay in the best hotels, post about your life and your dating experiences on TikTok. People in the comments suggest try to find someone that is doing less than you. Women have it 10 times harder than men. Why would I date a man that wasn't able to build a similar lifestyle? And all the comments, oh my God, you're gonna die alone, you're gonna be single forever. I would rather be single forever than settle for a life that's less than the life.
So this was highly requested. One of my videos just went semi-viral and there was a lot of triggering emotions. So a lot of people were really concerned about my age and me being single. So I'm here to break it down. I'm a business owner and I feel like that's a huge reason why I don't date. I am consumed with my work because I love what I do and it's super fulfilling. What my days look like is I wake up, go to the gym, then I drink my coffee for like an hour, check emails, go to work, and then I go home and I go to bed for my laptop before I go to bed. It's a boring life to some people. I'm not out at the bars or the clubs or the concerts. I'm not doing that anymore. I did that. And it's not fulfilling for me. It's not fun. So I took 2 years off to be single just so I can heal my trauma. If you had a happy-go-lucky childhood, that's totally fine. You may not have to do this. But I needed to heal some trauma so that I can be my highest version to give that to my partner. And I advise some people do the same. I can tell you right now, I have never been happier in my life. Not saying I don't want a man, just saying that I'm super freaking happy.
So today we have single women in their 30s and 40s giving advice to other single women, and we are going to examine these videos one by one. I want us to begin with this woman. She just ended a 3-year relationship, and after listening to her carefully, I can honestly say the relationship seemed to mean very little to her. She mainly talks about the apartment left behind, the vacation she could not take, and the friends she had to leave behind. Those seem to be the things she cares about most, and honestly, that is surprising. Now, moving on to these women, I understand their point. No one should be pressured into getting married, and I agree with that. But saying that your 40s are the new 20s is where I disagree. Unless you do not want children or you do not want to build a family, then maybe your 40s can feel like your 20s. But if you truly want children, once you reach 40, your time becomes very limited. That is simply the reality. This woman believes marriage gives men more advantages than women. She thinks husbands get more privileges than wives, and that is why some women want to take the husband's role. She believes women want to become the husbands in relationships in some cases today, and that is why they start most divorces, and that is why women are not getting married, according to her. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with this woman? Because I do not. I do not believe men are more privileged in marriage than women. Share your opinion on this particular point. Now, moving to my final video, we have another single woman giving other single women terrible advice as usual. I honestly do not understand why many of these women say they are happily single, yet they come online arguing like this. What are you trying to prove? What point are you trying to make? You say you are happy, so why are you here trying so hard to prove it? It does not make sense to me. I just hope they are truly happy, just as they always present themselves to be. And yeah, alright guys, this is where I am ending today's video. Let me know your thoughts on this particular video. What do you think about everything we discussed? Let us get interactive in the comment section and tell me what you think. I hope you really enjoyed this discussion. Stay safe out there and bye.